What's up, nerds and nerdettes, and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming. So this was an accidental find a few months back on Amazon. I didn't know this game. I've never come across this game before. I'd never heard about it. It was a complete surprise to me. And it looked pretty interesting. I forgot how much it was, but it was marked down. It wasn't that much. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But I figured, hey, what the hell? Let me get it. Let me try it. So here we are. I did the unboxing 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to get to it last week, but here we are now. And the way the game is set up is you choose a character. And wow, there are tons of characters. Right? There are so damn many characters for you to choose from. So I set the game up a little bit differently than normal. Also, because I'm playing one player. Normally in a multiplayer game, you're going to choose, you're going to draw 3 of these, pick one, put the other 2 face down and pass them to the next player who's doing the same thing until they all come around and you have teams of 3. So you set up the adventure deck, and I'm sorry I'm not shuffling this on camera. Lil Will, Shogunstein, Sean, my regular viewers, you all know that I do this on camera, but I was in a little bit of a rush and I didn't realize what I was doing. Because it has to be set up in 3 piles. And then in the second pile, you shuffle them all. And in the second pile, you shuffle in the scientists that you're looking for. And then the very last card in this is the escape shuttle. So I have to find the scientists, and then I have to work my way through the rest of the deck to get to the escape shuttle. And the clock is starting on 12 because Dr. Necreaux is threatening life, planetary, galactic scale. So they're going to blow him up. But he has some captured scientists that you have been sent in to rescue before the Doctor's Island is destroyed. So this is a sci-fi feel of like a pulp sci-fi feel. That's what this game has. So don't need any of these. This isn't one of those games that when the character dies, you pick another one. The game doesn't work like that. But I just wanted you to see the massive amount of possibilities to play. So the characters that I chose for this particular showing of the game is I have the Stone Cold Killer. He's especially his combat. And he starts the game with 0 charges. Not every character has charges. All 3 of these do, though. So the Stone Cold Killer, as he builds up his charges, which are at the start of each turn, as the first sentence says, you can discharge 1 to gain +2 on your combat roll, or discharge 2 to defeat and discard a monster that you have damaged, even if it still has hits, or says to do otherwise. That's going to be very important in combat, I think, and you'll see why. Now, we also have the Psychic Blaster. A Psychic starts the game with 0 charges. Charge this card at the start of each turn. Yes, there are some that are at the end, which is why it specifies that. So with 1 discharge, I have 2 options. The first option is before rolling for combat to make your combat roll a 6. Or during combat to add 1 to any combat roll on your team. Each get to roll 1 die. Now, starting the game here with 5 charges, we have our Pyrokineticist Psychic. During rest action, charge this card. See, this is during the rest action. This isn't always just the beginning and the end. I was wrong. So for 3 discharges, you can defeat 1 monster card regardless of the combat value or hits taken. CV is combat value. That's very important, as you'll see when we start combat. Now, alternately, I could spend 1 discharge to add 1 to any team member's combat roll. So right here, I got the tokens that are going to be representing In this case, for these guys, their charges, and they each have one of their dice. So 5 minutes in, that's the explanation. Now I'm going to be running this game. This is the very first time I've run this game, so we're learning this together. Okay, so when you play with multiplayers, there's a little bit of a difference in most games as far as traditional turns go, but we're not going to have to really worry about that since it's just me playing with this team of three. Okay, so every turn you have the choice of either resting or moving. Right now we don't have to rest because nobody is injured. The cards aren't flipped, which is what indicates that. And if a card is flipped and it gets injured again, that's all she wrote. So there's no need right now to rest. So the other action that can be taken on a turn is moving. So the entire team decides together this option because what you have to decide is how much time that you are going to spend. So if you've ever played one deck dungeon or a game similar to that, this mechanic is very similar to that mechanic. So in this case, let me say 3. That's going to be the amount of time we're going to spend. The cards are always drawn one at a time and then handled. So, first thing up is a monster, a psychic leaper. Has a combat value of 3. Before combat begins, did I? No, I didn't. I'm thinking of something else. Sorry, I thought I skipped something. No, but I don't think I did. So before combat begins, each psychic character on your team must remove 1 charge from every psychic card that has a charge or suffer 2 points of damage. This occurs before the team can retreat. So yes, normally you can retreat. Normally, obviously not with this psychic leaper coming out. It's pretty cool, very retro-y sort of pulpy drawing. I like the art in this game. Okay. So at the start of each turn, so actually I did jump the gun a little bit. Start of the turn, so he's going to get 1. At the start of the turn, she's going to get 1, and he will at rest, not right now. So that was the start of the turn. Then, deciding a speed of 3, the psychic leaper comes out. All right, so she's going to lose her 1, and he's going to lose 1 of his 5, like that. Because I don't want to start flipping people yet. Every psychic card that has a charge or suffer 2 points of damage. No, don't want to do that. Okay. So we got that initial jump, that shock, that surprise from the psychic leaper out of the way. Okay, combat. And this isn't a very big rule book. It's like 4 folded pages back and front. All right. So when I start drawing before rolling any of the dice, the team may choose to retreat, which we can't. Well, we can, but he still get that jump on us. No, we are not going to retreat. Here's a combat value of 3. I feel a little bit confident from what I think I remember about looking through the rule book. Let's see. The team may choose to retreat, in which the characters suffer 1 point of damage. You get to decide who on the team suffers that. Discard the monster card and any pending item cards. So if I had drawn an item card, then that would have been put to the side. Any item cards I drew would be put to the side, and then when a monster is overcome, then you have the option of getting some of those items. So during each combat round, every player rolls 1 die. These are your combat dice. Compare each player's combat roll to the monster's combat value, the CV. Team suffers 1 hit for each combat roll that's less than the monster CV, and the monster suffers 1 hit for each player's combat roll that is greater than the CV. Yes, you may use tokens to mark the damage. Tied rolls do not inflict hits. Oh, yeah, that's good and important to know. If the monster suffers damage equal to or greater than the number of players on your team, the monster is defeated. Discard it, and discard it at the end of the turn. Otherwise, combat continues. Okay. So there's I guess that means 3. So there've been 2 of us with 6 characters. That would have been 6 health. That's the way I'm reading that. Yeah. Okay. So this will have 3. Let's start at the top. Oh, 2's not good. Team's gonna possibly suffer a hit. 5. Okay. That's good. Could use 3 charges right now. 3 charges right now I could use. Or 1 charge to add 1 to any team member's roll. Andor. I take that as an Andor as long as you have charges. So that would be 4 charges. He has 4 charges left. So we could change this to a 3, which would mean it's a tie, so no damage is taken. And then use the other 3 to defeat 1 monster card, regardless of CV or hits taken. And so this thing is defeated. Ooh. Now, was that smart of me, though? Because nobody has any charges. Okay, let's see what 2 is, because I did say 3 was the speed. Oh, great, another monster. Oh, my. That's correct. Gargantuan, reanimated, cyborg, ape. And we look like bananas. Okay. This is going to be ugly. That grape ape is going to do a number on us. Okay. Hold on, let me get a drink here while I think about how badly I'm going to get creamed. We don't do that as adults anymore. That's something you do when you're a kid, right? Take a big drink on a hot day, and then it's like, all right. Oh, man, this is going to be so... you know what? We're going to retreat. Yeah, we're going to retreat. We're going to retreat. When your team takes damage, you may direct all of the damage to one character or spread the damage among the team members in any combination. For every hit a character suffers, a player must do one of the 2 following things. Flip a character card face down, or discard a face down character card. I think I'm going to take him down. Oh, but he does have a thing left. So I'll take the pyrokineticist down. Oh boy. But we do get to escape. Now the 3rd and final speed we said. Oh, great, another monster. Heartless Siren. Combat value 4. You may not retreat. Look at that. The card just retreated from my hands. You may not retreat from the Heartless Siren. If you suffered damage from the Heartless Siren and the scientists are on your team, roll 2 dice. Place the scientists back in the adventure deck. A number of cards from the top equal to that roll. Oh, man. Starting off with 3 monsters in a row. And this was shuffled before I put the scientists somewhere in the 2nd pile and the escape pod in the 3rd, bottom, all the way at the last card. And I'm still getting 3 monsters in a damn row. Okay, well, we cannot retreat, but we don't have the scientists with us, so that the rest of that doesn't really matter. Ooh, okay. We can't retreat, so well, we have no choice. Now he can add 2 to any combat roll. That's all he can do is he doesn't have 2 charges. You got a 5. You got a 5. That's good. This is still going to turn ugly. Okay, let's see what our Psychic Blaster can do. Oh, got a 6. That's nice. But that's it. Because the monster still has 1. So we're going to take 1 damage. And the turn continues. Got a 4. So that's a push. Tie, that's a push. Nothing happens. Nobody loses any health. No, she had lost 2. So she has 1 left. So let's go with another one. Oh, 2. He'll have to use this to gain another +2, making it 4. That's another push. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, so, that's it. I think. It should be. Treat face down characters and item cards as blank. They no longer count as their type, heroic, tech, and so on. And provide no game benefit unless otherwise stated. If you flip a card with charges on it face down, the charges stay with the card and can still be moved or taken in the efforts of other cards. If you discard it, oh yeah, that's right. So now I have to discard one of them. That's right. That's 1 hit. Another one discards. So the game's not over yet. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Now resting. When the team says rest, they do not draw cards from the adventure deck. And these, by the way, are discards. Each team member flips either 1 face-down character or item card face-up and charges 1 card. Charging a card means adding 1 charge to any 1 card with the charge keyword. If the team member has no cards he can charge, nothing happens. During a rest action, any player may also give and move item cards to and from team members. Lastly, before the turn is over, the team may look at the top of the adventure deck and decide whether to place the card face down at the top or the bottom of the deck. Once the rest is over, the turn ends. Complete any end-of-turn upkeep necessary before moving the countdown clock 1 space towards 0. If your character cards have been, if all your character cards have been discarded, your character is gone from play, either lost on the island, dead from exhaustion, or stark mad from the dangers he witnessed in Necreaux's lair. Any items associated with the character are removed from play. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I was right about that, and no one else comes back. So with rest, I can flip 1. Oh, this is going to suck. When the team decides to rest, they do not draw cards from the event. Each team member flip. Oh, each team member. Oh, yeah, I'm the only team member. Either flips 1 face-down character card or item card. Let me see. He adds 1 with his charge. I think it's going to be her. I think I'm going to revive my Psychic Blaster. This moves down. She gets charged. Right there. And the rest is over. So a new turn begins. We're going to rest. Oh, okay, a new turn begins. That was at the beginning of the turn. She gets one. Flipping him over. He gets one. And because it's the rest turn, he gets one. Okay. Okay. That was 2 rest turns. This is going down again for the second rest. And we're going to... Oh boy. We're going to take forever to get to this deck the way we're going. All right. We're going to go 2 speed. 2 speed. It's trapped. See, I told you they weren't all monsters. I told you I shuffled it. Oh, no. You're kidding me. Roll sliding wall. Roll 1 die if it is less than your team's speed. Split the 2 teams. The teams reform if 1 unit. The team reforms into 1 unit if a team A loses 2 turns on the countdown clock at the start of its turn, or B draws another sliding wall trap card. If you're reforming the team because you drew this card, finish the turn as 1 team. Okay, so if I roll less than the team's speed, which I said was 2, so if this comes up a 1, I'm pretty confident. That was pretty darn close. But yeah, 5. Okay. And the second card for the turn is a monster, of course. A Psychic Leech. Combat value of 4. After the Psychic Leech deals damage, place it under one of the damage character's cards. End of the combat and discard any pending item cards. The character with the Psychic Leech is at a -2 all combat rolls. When the character card is discarded, so is the Psychic Leech. A player may forfeit the benefits of a reset action to remove the Psychic Leech. A rest, not reset. Rest. Oh, no. Okay, so they each have 2 charges. There's no way they can get an extra hit. See, now here's the thing, though. I think I was wrong. I do. I think I was wrong. The terminology in this is a little confusing, I think. Okay, so I am a character. I am a... See, what's the terminology they use here? Team. Okay, I am a team, and the team has characters on it. And the CV, the health, the monster suffers 1 hit for each player's combat roll is greater than CV. Monster suffer damage equal to or greater than the number of players on your team. I wish it had a better glossary in here. I'm 1 team. So I think I did the combat before wrong. Yeah, there's no lexicon. There's no dictionary or anything in here. Yeah, I am a team. So there is 1 team. The monster suffers damage equal to or greater than the number of players on your team. I am a little confused. So the way I was doing it before you saw it was the 3. So now it's either 2 or it's 1. Either I misread it and it's 1 because I'm one team, or it's 2 because there's 2 characters standing. Okay. Well, let's just see what I do first. So before rolling, she's going to spend 1. She's going to discharge a Psychic Blast in order to ensure that this is a 6. And did I do that wrong before too? So discharge 1 to add to any team member's combat roll. Oh, and he got a 6 too. All right, so it has either one or two, depending on the interpretation of how it reads. But since I got two, that's good. I don't have to worry about it attacking me, it doing damage. Well, it doesn't really attack. It doesn't roll attack. You saw that, but you know what I mean. So it's not going to leech on to somebody. So that was the turn. And we will go. That ends the turn. Beginning of the turn. 1. And now he's up to 3. Really? Oh, three's a good one for him. That'll help us get past the next monster, actually. Now watch, it's going to be a trap. We have no reason to rest unless... No. I think we're good without resting. So we'll go right on. We're going to do 3 this time. And of course it starts off with a monster, a formless terror. Oh, by the way, so these, not that it's coming to play yet, but these dots, like this one has 4 dots after CV5. That is the maximum number of items that we could acquire if I had drawn any yet and set them aside. That's the maximum number. Like the leech had nothing, so I wouldn't get anything from the leech. But the leech is tiny, so we'd be hiding his treasure, right? So Formless Terror has hits equal to twice your team size. If you retreat from the Formless Terror, roll 3 dice. Place the Formless Terror back in the adventure deck. A number of cards. I hate you. I hate you. All right. I did say a speed of 3, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Well. So she's going to have to spend 1 to make sure she gets that 6. Wow. And, or wait. If she doesn't do that, if he goes first, he can spend all 3 for the discharge to defeat 1 monster card, regardless of the CV or hits taken. Nice. So that's done. We did not retreat from the Formless Terror, so we don't have to roll the dice. Oh, you son of a... Okay. Fire Hornets. Well, at least they're not murder hornets. Fire Hornets deal 1 additional point of damage when they deal damage. What kind of madman intentionally bred those 3-foot hornets? Dr. Necreaux, of course. Must be some sort of descendant of Dr. Moreau. Oh boy, I kind of want to retreat here. But who's going to take the damage? Well, I guess the pyrokineticist. Yeah. Okay, we're going to retreat. He'll take the hit. And I did say 3, unfortunately, so let's see what the third one is. I got cocky. Oh, a room! See, I told you there was more cards. The Doomsday Device. Roll 1 die for every tech card on your team. If you have the scientist, roll 3 additional dice. Gain 1 turn on the countdown clock for every 6 rolled. Papa Eagle, the baby is sleeping. Repeat, the baby is sleeping. We have no tech out. We haven't gotten any damn stuff. So there's nothing to do. All right. We're going to get blown up on this island. Okay, we will rest. She's going to get a 3rd. He flips over and gets 1, and he gets another one because it's the rest turn. And this goes down to here, and then we're actually going to rest again. Wow, how do you do more than 3 turns and survive? I mean, 3 speed. I'm going to have to do 3 speed again. Let's see. Where's this rail? Get through all the damn monsters. Great, a Xenomorph Queen. That's a combat value of 5. If there were any items out to grab yet, I would have up to 4. The Xenomorph Queen deals 2 additional points of damage when it deals damage. Cards discarded or flipped. Like that. Cards discarded or flipped by damage dealt. Cards discarded or flipped by damage dealt by the Xenomorph Queen are randomly selected. You select who suffers the damage. That sounds misleading. And damage dealt by the Xenomorph Queen are randomly selected. You select who suffers the damage. Well, it's not going to matter because he's going to burn all 3 of these. So I'm so glad I took that extra rest to defeat her. In events. Cavernous Hive Mind Computer. Select 1 team member to roll 1 die. Gain +1 for every psychic card he or she has. If the result is greater than 5, that character gains 1 charge on every psychic card that can hold a charge and heals all damage. If it is less than 5, the character takes damage equal to the number rolled. Oh, fudge sticks. Okay, so we have no psychic gear because we have no items. Stupid deck. Kind of looks like Ming the Merciless. Or Fu Manchu. Should have Fu Manchu out for this. Okay, so there's no psychic card. Gain +1 for every psychic card he has. Nope. Neither of them. We have to choose 1 team member. Okay. Pyrokineticist. The result is greater than 5. Character gains 1 charge. Luck be a lady tonight. Okay, so he's getting a charge. Or is that only on items? If it's greater than 5, that character gains 1 charge on every psychic card that can hold a charge and heals all damage. Okay, he had none. That's a card. That's a psychic card. It says psychic on it. It's a card. It says psychic. It can hold charges, so I guess that's good. Okay, so third, I did only 3, didn't I? It's a trap! Security and surveillance. Roll 1 die. If it is less than your team's speed, put this card in play. While this card is in play, subtract 1 from all... I guess it didn't like that. It said 1 from all combat rolls, didn't it? Let me get my big head down here. Get it? All right. While this card is in play, subtract 1 from all combat rolls. Discard this card at the end of the turn. Okay. So roll 1 die. If it is less than your team's speed. Less than the speed. So there's a 1 or a 2. Then that card is going to be in play. Oh, fudge buckets. That does say 1. All right. Add 1 to any team member's guess. This is not a combat roll. This is not a combat roll. Their powers only affect combat rolls. Okay. So that's going to stay in play to the end of the next turn. Because, why the hell not? Okay, so this is going to advance forward. The end of that turn. We don't got time to rest. So it's going to be 3 again. Another trap. An unstable ceiling. Roll 1 die. If it is greater than your team's speed, the team's turn ends unless 1 character suffers 3 points of damage. You would think a lair like this is well built. Okay. So our speed is 3, is what I said. So if it is 4, 5, or 6, our turn ends. It is not. It is a 3. 3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Remember that song? If you do, you're old. Okay. Yeah, -1 for all. Oh. Well, that's combat rolls. This is not a combat roll. Second speed turn. Another trap. I swear I shuffled these. Sliding wall again. Okay, so if it's a 1 or a 2, the team gets split up. They get split up, you son of a fudge bucket. All right. So we're going to get split up. So how does that affect the third card being drawn then? Is that just a main team thing? There's a whole write-up on it here. And first we decide who's going to be the main team. On the top, so main team right there will be our Psychic Blaster. Each team must have at least one character on it, otherwise the teams do not have to be evenly split. The two teams no longer count as a single team, and as such they won't participate in the same events. They can't swap items or share rest actions with each other. The team can share information. Their triple encoded two-way micro-enhanced radio jamming headsets do still work. After the split, the main team finishes its turn normally, moving the countdown clock at the end of the turn. Play swaps to the lost team, choosing a speed. Oh, great. It literally is just like doubling everything you have to do. Okay, so the main team finishes up the third and final card here. Item! Finally an item. When you draw a trap card that checks the team's speed, you may discard this card to ignore the effects of that trap card. Whoa, slow down. This says there's a monofilament net trap ahead. And that is a cerebral base node for you. It's going to be put off to the side. There was no combat. We don't have time to rest. So now, starting with the main team and then the pyrokinesis. The main team is going to draw 2 speed. Trap a magma geyser. Every player on your team must roll 1 die. If any player rolls greater than the team's speed, he suffers 2 points of damage. Let's get to move on, people. The magma is about 1,000 degrees centigrade, and it could surge any second. All right, so this is just for a Psychic Blaster. Every player on your team must roll 1 die. If any player rolls greater. So if this is a 3 or higher, she's screwed. She's screwed. Of course, right next to the Brady Bunch Tiki. No wonder it was bad luck. So she rolled a 6. She's going to take 2 points of damage. That flips her. That takes her out of the game. She had all this energy, too. None of it was anything worth a trap. Doesn't even get her second card then. So now over here, this is still the same turn. He's drawing 2. Event. Hover drones. Select 1 team member to roll 1 die. Gain +1 for every combat card that he has. If the result is greater than 5, that character gains 1 pending item card, if any, and heals all damage. If it is less than 5, the character takes damage equal to the number rolled. Yeah, I think we know what's going to happen here, huh? Okay. We have no combat cards out. Yeah, I could be a Karen and say that was a tilt, but I think we all saw it. If this board wasn't here, it would have hit that 5. It's greater than 5. If it is less than 5, oh, wait a second. We are in the gray area here then. If the result is greater than 5, no, it is not. The character gains 1 pending item card, if any, and heals all damage. If it is less than 5, no, it is not. The character takes damage equal. Our pyrokineticist slips by the skin of his teeth. Nice. Now this advances. You know, they could have sent the team in sooner, just saying. Actually, that is one of the ways if you want to slide the game and make it easier, instead of 12 here, and I could have started off, let's say, on 19. And then I'd be at 12 now instead of 3. Oh, she died, so there is just him. Okay, he's going to go for 2 on this turn. Oh, did I move this down? I can't even remember. Well, we're screwed anyway, so. 2 speed, and a monster Venusian Technophage. Yeah, I agree. Combat value of 2. Oh, and there's 1 dot. So that cerebral base node could be acquired. +1 CV for every face-up tech card on your team. There are none. You may turn any number of tech cards face down before combat with the Venusian Technophage. Okay, don't got to worry about that. 2 or better he needs, huh? Oh, I forgot in the new turn. I'm supposed to get 1. Ugh. Oh, that's a push. Okay, I'll take that. Neither of us take damage. I go again. 6. Nice. So that's going to take him down. And we're going to get the node, the cerebral base node. This goes down and... Oh, wait, that was just... Did I say... I said 2, right? Sorry. So the second one... Ooh, a Mira Maze. Little Will! Better late than never, they say. Hey, any day above ground is a good day, and you are here, brother, so good day. A Mira Maze trap. Roll 1 die. If it is less than your team's speed, lose 1 turn on the countdown clock. Hold your fire! Hold your fire! You're shooting at your own reflections, dummies! So this was a speed of 2. So if it's less than your team's speed, so this is a 1. You son of a fudge bucket. Really? That's what you want to do me. All right. Wait a second. When you draw a trap, hold on. When you draw a trap, card that checks the team's speed, yes, that did. You may discard this card to ignore it. Aha. So goodbye. Nothing happened. But that is the end of the turn. It resets with another plop. Did I miss giving him 1? I feel like I did. 3. Let's say 3. Ambush. Roll 1 die. If it is greater than your team's speed, give this card to a player on your team. That player's character must take all the damage from the next monster your team encounters. Discard this card at the end of your next combat. Or right now, if you want. So our speed is 3. It is not greater than our speed. Event! The hidden passageway. Shh. Roll 1 die. If it is greater than your team's speed, draw that many, 1 at a time, cards and take their effects or discard them. Hey, look what I found. Okay, so our speed is 3. Nope, we got another push. So that is not greater than our team's speed. And finally, a Xenomorph Assassin with a CV of 4. Cards discarded or flipped by damage dealt by the Xenomorph Assassin are randomly selected. You select who suffers the damage. Oh, okay. No, I still don't get it. That still sounds like cards discarded or flipped by damage dealt by the Xenomorph Assassin are randomly selected. You select who suffers. That sounds like the exact opposite. Those parentheses sound like the exact opposite of what the card says. Okay, this is going to be rough. Whoa, 5. He did beat that combat value of 4. There's 1 player, 1 Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is down. But unfortunately, boom! Let's see. We had an item coming up. An etheric phase-inducing elixir. Discard this card with a monster card is revealed to remove one team member from this encounter combat. That's interesting. A Cell Clone Raptor. A Brain Spiker. Intruder Alert. Who the hell are those scientists? Den of Vipers. Crushing Wall. Concealed Pit. I'm going to keep going until I find those damn scientists. A Cyber Shark Pit. Nice. Laser Beam of Pure Antimatter. Roll one die if it is less than your team's speed. Each character on your team with charges on it loses one charge. That sounds like it could have been a lot worse. Another sliding wall. Oh, finally another room. The command center. A loathsome neutralizer. Well, you know, maybe if he didn't act so loathsome, he wouldn't have to neutralize everyone. We get along with people. Hive of giant carnivorous worms. Now that is a nightmare. Oh, there they go. The scientists. There's 3 charges. Any team member may discharge 1 from this card to put a charge on a card or discard a trap card. Charge this card during a rest action. So is that like them sacrificing their lives for it? That's the way I kind of take it. And then all the way at the bottom, because I didn't check cards in the rest, I forgot that. That was something I should have done. But this is the first playthrough, so mistakes are going to be had. What I'm talking about is able to last before the turn is over. Your team may look at the top card of the adventure deck and decide whether to place the card face down at the top or at the bottom. So I didn't do that. I forgot. So that's why this is still at the bottom. That's what I would have eventually been trying to get once I got the scientists, the escape shuttle. So that's it. Cool. I had fun with this game. The time resource is a little tough. Wow, that really was a little rough. And I'm still not 100% sure on the terminology about counting characters or number of players in the game for the health of the monsters. So I'm a little lost on that. Oh, sorry, little Will, missed. Did I hear you say that you get most of your games at your favorite local gaming store? I actually get most of my games from Kickstarter this past year. I do a lot of ordering from Amazon as well, but I do occasionally, at least every couple of months, try to go down to my local gaming store. If you happen to be in New York City, which I know right now traveling is not what we're all supposed to be doing, but we're not talking about that. But if you happen to find yourself in New York City, down at 11 East 33rd Street, I've been going down there since literally I was 13 years old. When I was a freshman in high school, the first time I was showing the store and went down there. 11 East 33rd Street is where you'll find the Complete Strategist. And that is a beautiful place. It is exactly what you envision an old school nerd place to be. You know, the 2 aisles that run parallel to each other are so chokingly thin. Oh, it is difficult to bypass people back and forth. And the shelves literally go to the ceilings. And the ceilings are high. They're not like 10-foot apartment ceilings. Their ceilings must be at least 15 feet high. And the shelving units on every wall literally go right to the ceiling. Oh, it's a great place. I love it. I don't go there enough. So, yeah, what's your favorite gaming store? Put that down in the comments. Right? Put that down in the comments for everyone to read. Anyone that's watching this, and if you made it this far, 15 minutes almost into the video, right at the end here, wherever you are, right? You know, what city you're in and what your favorite gaming store is, give them a shout out. If they're your favorite gaming store, they deserve a shout out, don't they? And that reminds me, I gotta get down there. I haven't been down there in a few months. Yeah. You know, see what's going on, see how they've been. Actually, well, to be honest, I haven't been down there in a year since the pandemic. But yeah, I got to go down and see how they're doing. All right, so thank you very much for joining me on this really fun pulp fiction sci-fi journey of Isle of Dr. Necreaux. Oh yeah, everyone, listen up. If you don't read the live comments, Little Will is in Ontario, Canada, and he has the opportunity to work at his favorite gaming store / cafe, and that's Mancala Monk. So if you're in Ontario, Canada, go check out. Am I saying that right? That's big on that game. You know, I don't even understand that game. Mancala Monk in Ontario, Canada. Go check that place out and let me know how it is. All right, everyone. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.